Do you think escape is the correct way to say it? Did it really feel like you had to escape? So in the moment, it did feel like I had to escape. I was running away from home, but it felt like I was escaping because I was lying in a ditch and there was a buggy coming down the road. It was my mom and dad. They were supposed to be at home, but they had noticed that my tool belt was missing, so they went to where I was at my uncle's house to try to see what was going on. They had been suspicious that I wanted to leave, and they had questioned me about it. And I told them there was no such thing. I wasn't wanting to leave. I was not honest with them. And then me and my cousin were lying in a ditch to wait for this buggy to pass. It was my parents. Then we got up and ran the opposite way down the road, and James Gingrich was there like two minutes later. And that's where we got picked up, and we did a U-turn on the road, and we headed back the opposite direction. But my parents ended up being at the intersection where he was supposed to meet us at the same time that he was supposed to meet us there, like on the dot at 8 o'clock. And my dad just was going out to start the chores. He noticed my tool belt was missing, which I would have never taken it with me on a Sunday because I only worked I would get in a van with my tool belt, and my tool belt would be gone all week. But on the weekends, it always sat there in the entryway. He walked out the door to start the chores. He went and got the horse and buggy ready, got my mom and my two younger sisters, and they drove that way to my uncle's house. And it just so happened he was at that intersection at the exact time I had told James Gingrich to be there. And we were a little bit early, so we went the opposite direction and flagged him down before he got there. Because there was a couple of boys waiting for us at that intersection as well, because they had been told that's where we were going to meet our driver, a couple of my friends. And then they told a couple more, but the boys, there was like 4 boys up there. So we had cut through the field over to the other road before the intersection to avoid all those people there at the intersection, which my parents were now part of. God bless you all. Stay safe.